back to Super Geek Stream. My name is Mauro. I am your host, and this is my co-host,
the Toasted Burn Guy,
Josh. And today we are talking about things related to PlayStation, both the actual hardware and some of its services. So first thing on our to-do list is to talk about the PlayStation Slim.
Yes, it got leaked by apparently I forgot what it's called.
An auctioneer?
Auctioneer or something
like that. Yeah.
I think they weren't supposed to release it yet.
I severely doubt it.
I severely doubt
Since Sony hasn't actually mentioned.
But I don't know if you know, but Sony has a terrible track record of keeping things secret. They have a bad track record.
You know, I think in this day and age, you can't really keep things secret. Like, there's so many ways to gather information, and then there's so many more ways to dispense information.
Well, not only that, like, not keeping secrets, like, oh, we're not going to tell people about this, but trailers leaking, whole photos of the freaking actual machine, like, on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how does this even happen?
Some part of me believes that the answer is criminal. Some kind of criminal activity happened. Either maybe this person breached a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah. Somebody's going to get sued.
Yeah, maybe someone stole it. You know, that's how they have it early, and then they didn't mind releasing it.
They leaked it on purpose. They build hype.
Yeah, I mean, and that's always a possibility. Like, for instance, I always believe trailers on the internet, especially for movies, are not leaked unintentionally.
Yeah, of course.
There always seems to be some sort of builds up, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, we have a leaked trailer. Yeah, like I guess we'll release the official trailer.
Ultron, the one
Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think nowadays, like I said, information moves so rapidly that these leaks just happen. And
yeah, I mean, the Slim we were talking about in a joking way, but it's true in a lot of ways. This is the peasant PlayStation 4. And it sucks to see it that way, but unfortunately it's a very cheaply looking PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's the homely version, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Honda Civic to the PlayStation's, Acura or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not sexy, but it'll get the job done.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm pretty sure it's more efficient. I mean, I'm pretty sure it uses less electricity. I'm pretty sure when they announce it, it's going to be like, oh, you're going to save like 5 cents on electricity.
Yeah, that's obviously what gamers care about, right? Who are willing to like leave their electronics on the entire night downloading. Yeah, they're like, oh fuck, but I use less wattage.
But apparently some people have 3 screens. And
yeah, exactly, right.
So,
a discussion for another day. But
I mean, it can look like crap, but if they give me a terabyte of a hard drive, I will be the happiest burn triple on the planet.
I'll tell you what, I bought the Arctic White PlayStation 4 when it came out, and I was like, man, this thing looks cool.
Yeah. And
I think after a couple of weeks, I could care less what my PlayStation looked like. It's a hunk of junk that plays video games, right? Like, I turn it on, and then it just sits there and does nothing.
It ejects your disc.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're cool. Definitely, if first of all,
the Batman limited edition. I haven't looked at that thing.
Last time I saw you, you had another PlayStation on top of it. So yeah, I mean, the aesthetic value is cool, and certainly when I saw your Batman edition, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm a little over it.
That's pretty much what they're for. So
it's a conversation starter.
So other people can be like, that is a cool PlayStation.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm kind of glad, I like it when companies drop the prices on their materials, just because it gives people better access to them. And then, I would assume that companies then can spend more money making games,
exactly.
Or it makes it more,
and not everybody has $3.99 in the bank. I mean, it's hard right now.
Oh, no,
It's extremely hard. Like, it took me at least 3 months to pay for my PlayStation.
Yeah, thanks, Obama. I mean, no one can fucking afford any PS4. By the way, if you're going to buy a PS4, you should probably wait. Like, more than likely, we're thinking holiday season, or maybe early fall, but definitely sometime soon. And if you can wait a month or two...
There's a lot of good deals during the Christmas season. A lot of $50 offs with 2 games, and that's without us speculating about the price on the Slim.
Yeah, which what $299?
$249 would
be
a sweet deal, but I doubt it.
I mean, you got to remember, this is a brand new machine.
Yeah, it's a brand new machine with less. It's supposed to be the cheaper brand.
Okay.
They're cheaper.
I mean, it comes out at $249 and it has, you know, the controller and the TV for it.
Not to mention a terabyte of memory. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Although memory is one of those things that doesn't cost a lot, but they always seem to skimp out on it.
Yeah, somehow. Yeah, like here's
save a buck here or there.
250 gigs. I'm like,
what if it's like, oh, but here's an SD card? That's.
If it has an SD card, I will. That's a legitimate reason to buy a new PS4 because mine doesn't have an SD card.
I know, right? I just like things poking in and poking out of stuff.
I know you do. That's your profession.
Exactly. I think Josh just called me a prostitute.
I think, yeah. I know.
Well, anyways, on that note, let us move to our
PS Plus.
Let us move to Neo. One machine, low end, high machine.
Right.
So this is the Lamborghini, if we call the other one the Acura, and the other one the Honda Civic.
It's a Fusion.
Yeah, a Ford Fusion.
Ford Fusion.
Josh obviously knows nothing about cars.
I don't.
He's never played a Forza game in his entire life.
I have not at all. I've always been terrible at those games.
So, PlayStation Neo.
And there's a wheelchair simulator. I will be the man.
What is the high-end wheelchair?
It's well, it depends what type of wheelchair you want. Do you want an off-road wheelchair? Do you want a tank? Do you want like a nice Lamborghini wheelchair?
Okay, so we will have a video where we discuss off-road wheelchairs. But for now, we're going to talk about the Neo. What do you think? I think number one, the ability to display in 40K in some.
I could give less of a shit about 4K.
Well, I mean, but that's one of the reasons. That's got to be one of the reasons for the Neo.
Of course. 4K is the reason why this machine even exists. But honestly, I want the PlayStation Neo. At least me. Me as a consumer, I want it because I want higher frame rates and I want my TV to finally be put in full use. That TV is older than my PlayStation and my PS3.
The TV is off the screen, by the way.
Than my PlayStation 3 and my PlayStation 4. And it's still, my PlayStation has not used the full resolution of that TV or the frame rates of that TV.
Well, I mean.
And that's because I want a new TV and I'm like, for what? For what?
Do you think the PlayStation Neo will influence stuff like frame rates?
It's speculated the reason why they're even releasing it is because they want other games that are coming out to have boosted frame rates. So day one, certain games, especially PlayStation 1 first titles, are going to have patches where you can do basically what The Last of Us did and tweak the frame rate, the resolution, and all that stuff.
Give you more options, kind of like a PC.
Who's going to get a PC?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's certainly nice. I won't pretend that I'm the most... that I care a lot about stuff like frame rates. Usually if the game looks good and I can play it. Then again, I don't really play a lot of action-oriented games.
Yeah, of course. It's more like RPGs.
Yeah, I play usually RPGs. And that's because I play like older RPGs. I mean, there's just no good new RPGs. Yeah, I don't play a lot of the Bethesda stuff.
Yeah, or anything like Mass Effect at all.
Oh, no, I mean, I think I played the first Mass Effect.
You didn't play the second and third. They're really good.
I thought the second one was like a first-person shooter.
It was. It really was. But... on that front...
But we're going to move over. Yeah. We're going off topic. This video's all about going off topic. This is actually
what happens in real life. We talk about a certain topic and then we're like, whoop! And what are we talking about?
And then we start talking about how shitty Mass Effect 2 was. But, alright, so last piece of... actually, let's go back to the Neo real quick.
Yes.
Price. What do you think this Mamma Jam is going to come out at? For the Slim, we thought it was $250 to $300.
I hope. I hope it is, but more than likely it's going to be $299. What do you say for the Neo? That the Neo is going to be $399.
$399. So you think it's going to come out actually? What did the PlayStation 4 come out?
$399.
Came out $399. Okay.
I think it's a fair thing for a brand new machine that's supposed to be 2 to 3 times stronger than the PlayStation 3 speculated. I think it's fair to say, okay, this is new equipment that we could have used when the PlayStation 3 came out, but it was too expensive, so now we're putting it in the PS4. And we're putting it at the same price that we put the PlayStation 4.
Do you think they'll PS3 it and just be like $600?
Oh, if they do that, they're done.
They'll just be like, yeah, fuck these guys again, let's do it. Let's try it again. $600, who's going to buy this motherfucker?
If they do that, they're done. They are done.
I don't think they're done, but I don't think
No. I mean the machine.
Yeah,
is
the machine
done. It's done.
Yeah, it'll definitely.
And that will ruin the whole. I want there to be tiers of consoles, because if you do it correctly, it's possible in this day and age with patches and with all that stuff. With there being internet, you can just patch the game you can get higher frame rates and 1080p for certain games, but as long as it doesn't ruin the gaming experience and one person gets something that the other person doesn't get. And resolution doesn't necessarily really matter as long as you get the full content of the game.
I mean, yeah. I don't really buy the whole argument about one person getting something over another person. I mean, yeah, but I do think that it should be more reasonable.
You're talking about
gamers I think are always just so fucking entitled. Yes. I mean, everyone's entitled, gamers even more so.
I think gamers are up there in the self-entitled.
Yeah, they're like, well, why don't I get this? Why does that person get this? I mean, he paid more money, but that doesn't make it good. And I'm like, no, he paid more money.
Yeah, he paid more money.
He should get more things. Yeah. He supported the company a little bit more than you did.
But it still splits the market, and unfortunately, like it happened to say that it ruins companies.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I don't think they'll come out at $600, but kind of fun to think about it.
To see a company burned to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Last thing, speaking of higher prices, we're going to talk about is membership into the PSN. I mean, it's so I guess PSN for a year right now is maybe $40-$50.
It's for $49.99.
Yeah, $49.99. And I guess they're thinking about bringing it up all the way to.
Oh, they're not thinking about it. They're gonna.
$59.99.
Yeah, $60.
$10 over an entire year.
This is what I told
the executives at Sony can eat.
I mean,
a meal a day.
I mean, have you seen those photos of those executives? How skinny they are?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're like 4'2" and thin as rails.
And they have like the little.
They need some protein in their diet. Yeah, exactly. So
having
flies and stuff.
I'm like,
they definitely
how did they get the fly to get in the eye like perfectly?
Yeah, I don't know.
But those poor executives. But what I was telling my friend, like, I will gladly pay $10 more if that means stabilization of PSN. Better updates of PlayStation UI, the UI in general, and we get a more optimized gaming experience.
I don't think we're gonna get any of that. I just think that they're like, fuck it, we need to raise the price on something because of inflation, and you just got to be ahead of the times. And the PSN seems like a reasonable place to put it. Like I said, that means it's about 80 cents a month.
Yeah.
Increase. It sounds like $10 is a lot of money. 80 cents a month doesn't seem like a lot to me, so it seems kind of reasonable.
It is reasonable. It's better than fucking GameFly where you spend like $220 a freaking year.
Who would subscribe to GameFly?
I don't know.
You'd have to be a masochist to be like, it is worth it for me to spend close to $20 a month to be able to play.
All right, it was a mistake. Jesus Christ.
That's what the Sony executives should be doing. They should be swatting GameFly accounts out of their eyes if someone could Photoshop.
But I hope at least we get the UI upgrades better, because really we haven't really gotten much on the UI except for like, oh, you can play your games on PC by streaming now, and it's terrible.
I hate the way the PlayStation looks when I turn it on, and when I try to find stuff on the PlayStation Store. I know that there might be some updates to it. I'm not sure if this video is going to come out before or after those updates are live, but I really hope they pretty that up because, damn, it looks like a fucking piece of shit.
It doesn't really do much.
No, really? I hate it. I hate this whole, like, why fucking put a keyboard on the goddamn screen? So, like, T, U, R, and scroll it down. Yeah, exactly.
It's freaking terrible.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man. Like,
to be fair, that's YouTube who made that app, so that's why it's so bad.
Yeah,
but it's not really PlayStation. But still, you should have a keyboard on there.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So you got anything to add?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, what do you think the gaming? Do you think it's worth it that it's going to be $60? What do you think the prices are going to be for the Slim? Do you think it's ugly, like we're saying? Do you think it's the peasant model? And do you think that the PlayStation Neo is going to be more than we speculated?
Do you think it'll be the one?
Oh.
Anyways, guys, like the video, subscribe to our channel so you can get more corny puns like the one I just made. And see you next time. Every fucking day, yeah, exactly. All the time. All the time.
Subscribe.
All day, every day.
Oh, God.